Hey, what's going on, everybody? Lego Dude here. Today we have Studio Series Devastator Combination Part 2 out of 3. So, here we have Overload, the most recent of my reviews. We have Rampage, who was reviewed before him, who was reviewed just a couple videos before him, and then we have Long Haul. So, let's get started with Overload here. We'll just set these guys off to the side. So, first thing you're going to want to do is take this off, and you will not see this again until part 3 of the combination. So you just toss that off to the side. Now we will get started. So you're going to want to take this, pull this section up, slide this to the side, and then tab it back in. Then you're going to want to split the legs, fold up the grill, and fold out the heel spurs. Oh, but first thing you're going to, before you do that, you're just going to want to fold these wheels out to the side. The reason I'm not doing this in the studio where I did part 1 of the combination is because this part of Devastator isn't really that big, so I think I can get it all in frame here. So you're just gonna want to take that, hinge that up like so. I'll show you what you need to do on the other side. And yeah, so you just need to pull that up, and then there's a locking point for this right there. And you're just going to want to rotate this 90 degrees. And the same thing for this one. And yeah, these are super tight. And you're going to want to unplug the arm. There you go. Fold this section out. Pull this out, and then this will tab in. So basically for vehicle mode, it's going to go into this front slot, but in combine mode, you're going to want to put it in this rear port, and that should just plug in. Same thing on the other side. Oh, and also there's another point where these arms tab in, so, but I ain't gonna show that on camera. So you're just gonna, okay, and then that is Overload in his combine mode. So we'll set him off to the side, and I'll transform Long Haul off camera, because you already saw how to turn him into his combine mode in his video review. Long Haul's transformation into combine mode is probably the hardest part of the entire process. I've combined the whole thing like about 2, 3, or 4 times already before I did this video. So, yeah, this is one of the hardest parts of the entire combination. Alright, so there's Long Haul in his combine mode. We'll just set him off to the side, and we'll take a look at Rampage. So, at Rampage here, and just fold these sections out. This you won't see until part 3. You're going to want to undo these sections here, fold these sections down, and then all of this should just pull out to the sides. This will come down here, this will come down here, this will rotate, you can swing this under, and then this should all just lock into place. Fold that section up, that should tab in. Oh, one thing to note. When you're going into vehicle mode, you're gonna, I don't know how well you can see this, but there is a slot right here, that on the bottom, that is for vehicle mode. For combine mode, you're gonna want to put it in this upper slot. That should snap into place. And then this, you can just rest it up against the fingers like that. And that is a half of Devastator's foot all done. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Hold all this down. Okay, on. Fold this down, just swing this around. Snap that in. Tab this in. There we go. And now, you're just going to want to collapse these sections in, fold this up, and we'll work on this later. Then you're just going to push this section in, and then the two halves of the foot will just hook together. And now we can start tabbing all of this stuff back in. Tab that in. Tab this in. Tab all of this in like so. There we go. Then last thing you're going to want to do is fold this section up right here and just hinge this down like so. Alright, so now that we got them in their combined modes, let's combine the lower torso of Devastator. Alright, so on Overload there are two slots. This one is for Long Haul, this one is for Rampage. So you just put 2 and 2 together. Just slide this down as far as it'll go. Not too far, otherwise it gets stuck. And then Long Haul side is a bit more tricky to get them plugged in. So you're just gonna, and then you're just gonna want to hinge the hips out 1 click. There we go. And then just hinge the legs forward 1 click. And there we have a combined form of Overload, Long Haul, and Rampage. Now, wait till part 3 for where I fuse the two halves together and do the review.